arrested weeks after a standoff with the police. The arrest concludes a fraud showdown between the pastor's supporters and police who had surrounded the compound in the country's south where he had holed up. In post on Facebook, the Philippines Interior Minister Ben-Hur Abolos confirmed that the preacher, who had been on the run for 3 years, has been caught. National Police arrested Kuboloy, a self-styled appointed son of God and founder of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ Church, along with 4 of his aides in the southern city of Davao after they surrounded, according to state-run Philippine news agency, at 1:30 p.m. local time, 1:30 a.m. ET. The detainees were issued a 24-hour ultimatum to come out from the church's sprawling 30-hectare, 75-acre compound. They surrounded 4 hours later, Philippine news agency reported. They have since been transported out of Davao by military aircraft and arrived at the National Police Headquarters in Manila on Sunday night, along with 4 of his aides, PNA reported. All right. Still on CNN News, hunt widens for man who allegedly threw scalding coffee on baby. A man wanted for allegedly throwing scalding coffee on a baby in an unprovoked attack at a northern Australian state of Queens Island is now the subject of an international manhunt. Queensland Police Detective Inspector Paul Dalton said Monday that officers were working with international partners to find the man, identified as a 33-year-old foreign national, who is known to have fled the country 4 days after the alleged attack. A 9-month-old boy known as Luca suffered serious burns on his face, arms, and legs when the man allegedly threw the piping hot drink on him as he sat with his mother on the grass at Harlon Park in Brisbane on August 27. Closed-circuit television video released by police shows the man running from scene wearing a blue pale shirt, black hat, and glasses. Dalton said early investigations were delayed by false information about the man's name and the suspect's own surveillance of the police operation. It soon became apparent to us that this person was aware of police methodologies, was certainly conducting counter-surveillance activities, which made the investigation quite complex, Dalton told reporters. We take our very next story, and this time around from Sky News. Court Gray, Georgia shooting suspect mother called school 30 minutes before attack. The mother of the Georgia shooting suspect called the school 30 minutes, warning of an extreme emergency before he allegedly opened fire there. His aunt has claimed. Court Gray, 14, is accused of shooting dead 2 students and 2 teachers at Appalachian High School in Winder near Atlanta on Wednesday. Another teacher and a further 8 students were injured, but are expected to make full recovery, according to Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Anna Brown, the teenager's aunt, who said her sister called the school counselor half an hour before gunfire broke out. She told the Washington Post the boy's mother warned of an extreme emergency involving her son and that they needed to find him immediately. Oh, wow. Phone records shared with the newspaper and later confirmed by the Associated Press show a 10-minute call was made from the family's shared phone plan to the school at that time. Sometimes I just wonder, what happens to these young kids. I saw a video of a young boy about that same age, 14-year-old, angrily walking towards a direction with knife in his hands. And somebody was recording him from his car and was laughing. And what? What's your take on any of the stories I've presented to you this morning from the foreign scene? We'll take our very last here from Al Jazeera. It says, poll suggests Trump-Harris in a tie ahead of first presidential debate. The U.S. presidential race remains neck and neck, according to polls released 2 days before Kamala Harris and Donald Trump hold their first and potentially only televised debate. The latest polling confirms that Trump retains locked-in support from about half of voters, despite the Republicans' historic status as a convicted criminal and his role in investigating the unprecedented attempt to overturn his 2020 loss to Joe Biden. Harris, who only jumped into the race after President Biden quit in July, has rapidly transformed herself from a little-noticed vice president into a serious contender. However, the polls show she has not made a major breakthrough, leaving the race it toes up. A New York Times Siena College poll suggested that 78-year-old Trump leads Harris nationally by 48 to 47%, well within the margin of error. U.S. presidential elections are decided by tallying the results of state contests rather than an overall national popular vote, meaning that a tiny handful of swings states typically determine the outcome. The poll suggested that Harris, 59, was narrowly ahead in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania's. Pennsylvania, and tied in 4 other wing states: Nevada, Georgia, North Carolina, and Arizona. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that very one and see how it unfolds. Hopefully, we'll get a few, a little video clips on that very on that very debate. All right. All right, and this is the point. We call it a day on Table Talk this beautiful Monday morning. We'll be back at 1 p.m. for Real Estate Market Trend.
Hi, my name is David Ibiam. Come with me as I take you through a journey of all the goodies P1 Plus has to offer. My man. If you're meeting us for the first time, we are a multiple award-winning real estate company with a track record of excellence and great customer satisfaction. And here is a list of the estates and locations prices that we have.
A whopping sum of 3 million naira gets you a plot of land at Billionaire Colony by Cedarwood.
Billionaire Resort by Cedarwood is still selling at 12 million naira.
Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 7 is still 7 million naira. Take advantage of this price before the price review.
Billionaire City by Cedarwood is currently 20 million naira per plot, and Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 4 is 9 million naira per plot.
So you can get a slice of 464 square meter at Billionaire Resort by Cedarwood Phase 2 for as low as 7.5 million naira right now, up until August 6th, after which the price changes to 12 million naira. Thank you.
Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 8 is still up and selling for 5.5 million naira.
Also selling is Lush Garden Phase 4 extension Aba going for 3.5 million naira. You can also get Cedarwood City Phase 2 Owerri going for 5.5 million naira. Information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.